The Gallery of Borrowed Faces, the story on the glass. This is a story about three Angelteers who arrive at a portrait gallery where every visitor is asked to wear a glass mask painted with someone else's past mistakes. Their ninth miracle-minded adventure begins when they discover that forgiveness is not pretending nothing happened. It is becoming willing to see beyond the story they made about another. The three Angelteers entered the Gallery of Borrowed Faces beneath an archway covered in painted eyes. Inside, glass masks hung from golden hooks. A guide hurried toward them. "Welcome. Please choose the face of someone you know." Spider Monkey blinked. "I already have one." "Not your face, their face." The guide handed him a mask labeled, "The One Who Let Me Down." Squirrel Monkey received, "The One Who Never Listens." Howler Monkey stared at his, "The One Who Always Interrupts." Spider looked at him. Howler frowned. This gallery is getting personal. Across the room, villagers wore masks covered with words. Selfish, unreliable, difficult, not to be trusted. A woman bumped into a man carrying flowers. "Typical," she shouted. "I haven't done anything." "You did 3 years ago," Squirrel whispered. "That is a long-lasting mask." At the center stood a mirror beneath the words, "See people as they really are." Spider stepped in front of it wearing "The One Who Let Me Down." The mirror showed a distorted face behind painted words. Spider lifted the mask. The reflection cleared. He lowered it. The story returned. "That mirror is not subtle." The guide gasped. "Do not remove the mask. How else will you remember what they did?" Just then a young monkey entered. He froze when he saw Squirrel. "You." Squirrel recognized him. Months earlier, the young monkey had borrowed Squirrel's map and returned it soaked and torn. Irritation rose instantly. Careless, irresponsible, never lend him anything again. The guide handed Squirrel another mask. "The One Who Ruined My Map." Squirrel almost put it on. Then a faint fragrance of lemon blossoms drifted through an open window. He breathed. "What am I feeling?" Still annoyed. The young monkey looked down. "I came to apologize again." Squirrel noticed how quickly his mind answered, "Too late." He became still. "What is this for?" No sentence came. Instead, he saw that he was looking at the young monkey through yesterday. Squirrel held the mask. "Help me see beyond the story I made about you." The young monkey looked up. Squirrel did not forget the ruined map, but something loosened around the memory. "What happened that day?" he asked. The young monkey swallowed. "My little sister fell into the stream. I jumped in after her. The map was in my coat." Squirrel stared. "You never told me that." "You were so angry I thought explaining would sound like an excuse." Squirrel looked at the mask. "The One Who Ruined My Map" suddenly seemed very small. Spider whispered, "The story wasn't completely false." "No," said Squirrel. "The map was ruined." Howler nodded. "But it wasn't the whole person." Across the gallery, a woman removed selfish. Another man lifted unreliable. Soon, glass masks clinked onto tables. The guide panicked. "You cannot forgive everyone. What about accountability?" Squirrel turned toward her. "Forgiveness doesn't mean calling harmful behavior helpful." Spider added, "You can repair a map." Howler said, "You can apologize." Squirrel looked toward the young monkey, "And you can stop using one event as someone's entire identity." The guide slowly lowered her own mask. It read, "People never change." Behind it, her eyes were wet. The Angelteers returned to the great mirror. Without masks, it reflected 3 familiar faces. Not perfect, simply unobstructed. The young monkey stepped beside Squirrel. "I brought you something." He handed him a carefully drawn map. "I made it from memory." Squirrel unfolded it. One mountain was upside down. Spider tilted his head. "Geography has become adventurous." They laughed. Squirrel folded the map and tucked it into his coat. Not because it replaced the old one, because it was what was here now. As they left, Howler looked back at the unused masks. "So forgiveness gives better eyesight?" Squirrel smiled. "Maybe it removes what I put in front of my eyes." Spider pointed down the road. "And what do you see now?" Squirrel looked at his friends and the bright road ahead. "Enough for the next step. Miracle-minded practice. Help me see beyond the story I made about you." May we sing, rest, and dance our way home together.